Welcome to your miracle flow for bedtime. So today we are going to relax on our bed, on the floor next to our bed, anywhere that's warm and cozy that makes you feel comfortable. You're going to need a raised environment to put your legs on at some point. I've taken a meditation cushion for the back of my head. That could be a pillow off the bed or a cushion off the sofa. I've got some candles either side. You can basically have fairy lights, create an environment that is soothing to you. Okay, join me now. I'm going to pop my head down on this mat and on this cushion. And I'm actually going to put my legs up either on the edge of the sofa, on a chair, on the bed. Oh, and lay yourself down. This is about you giving back to you. So I want you to feel that everything is completely supported. And we're going to shuffle our bottom just so that our legs are around about 90 degrees. That's it. And let's check in. Roll the shoulders back. Make sure that the chin isn't protruding up to the sky. Draw the chin down towards the chest so we're elongating our cervical spine at the top. We've got a nice natural flow with our spine down to our glutes. And from here, I'm just gently going to roll back and forth, back and forth. And notice the tilt of the pelvis actually creates the curvature in the spine. When the pelvis is tilted forwards, the spine lifts off the floor. When the pelvis is tilted back, the spine gently lengthens and elongates and is gently compressed into the mat. And we're looking for an even split between the two. So we don't want the back to be completely arched. We don't want to force our back into the floor. We just want to find that gentle rock and roll. And I want you to start to feel your body and imagine what's happening with your spine now as you rock and roll, rock and roll. And keep that fluidity going in your spine. And let's start to inhale and exhale as we curl the tailbone back and the spine gently presses into the mat. Inhale, relax, feel the belly expand. Exhale, relax and gently bring the spine down into the mat, not forcing it too much. My eyes are closed, my elbows are supported by the earth. One hand on my chest, one hand on my belly. And we're going to inhale and exhale. Inhale, relax. Everything relaxes. Pelvic floor, belly expands, back's arched. And then as I exhale, I'm gently drawing up the pelvic floor. The spine is slowly starting to lengthen and belly button pushing down to the base of the spine. And air is exhaling. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, relax. Exhale, gently, gently squeeze. Okay, from here, if it works for you, we're going to take our legs as wide as possible on the chair, and then we can bring our hands behind our knees and gently pull our legs back, opening up through our hips, through our groin, and we can just rock and roll from side to side, gently massaging our sacrum, which is that bone that is at the center of our pelvis. I like to think of it as the center of our universe, so just gently massaging. And then from here, this is down to you. You can maybe put your heels on here, and we're just going to go open, close, open, close. If that's enough for you, have heels supported, and we're just trying to gain a little bit of mobility through our hips. So we go open, close like a concertina, open, close. And notice if you're holding on. So as you open, are you holding on? Can you fully relax? Maybe you could put your hands under your knees and allow the hip flexors to completely relax. Okay, so you could maybe bring things in, one knee and then the other. That's it, just starting to mobilize those hips. You can put the hands on top if you find it a little bit more maneuverable. So starting to move those hips, mimic our walking. And then from here I'm going to invite you to maybe lift the heels off and we're going to start to circle. So bring the knees in and then bring the knees out. Okay, so you're going to bring the knees in, bring the knees out, and then the legs go over the chair or over the bed or the sofa. So you can see that we are stirring the pot. We're starting to bring fluid motion into our hips. Stirring the basin. Fantastic. Well done. And if you want to go in the opposite direction, stirring the basin in the opposite direction. So we're going together, over, open and back. Together, over, open and back. You can do this for as long or as little as you like, or for as long or as little as time is allowed. Okay, from here we're gently going to rest our legs on here. We're going to start to engage through our core. So inhale, relax. Exhale, turn that core on. So start to turn the pelvis back. Start to press your calves down into the bench, the bed, the sofa. And we're going to interlace our fingers, create a cradle, and we're going to lift our head off the pillow, lift our shoulder blades off the pillow, allow the head now to rest in your hands. And we're going to exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Think about curling the tailbone back, pressing the calves into your elevated platform, and then just simply lift and lower. It's a tiny movement, but it's quite intense. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold. If you want to, we can go into pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold. When you've mastered curling the tailbone back, keeping your hip bones shining back towards your rib cage, and you've mastered lifting your shoulder blades off the mat, you might want to try a side to side for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Exhale. And slowly release. So you can practice your crunch, your pulse, and your side to sides, and you can repeat them as many times as you like. You can stick with your crunch to start with. Once you get strong at your crunch, you can add in the pulses. Once you feel like you're an expert at pulses, maybe add in the side to side. So this little practice can grow with you. Okay, from here, we're going to roll our knees off, arms out, side to side, and just see if you can lift them up. So now we're mobilizing our spine, but also working our core. Up and over. Up and over. And if you find one side is easier than the other, or one side is tougher than the other, try to think about what you do through the day that's uneven. And then think to yourself, well, is it any wonder that I have imbalances? So this is a wonderful way to acknowledge what we do to create imbalances and try and put those imbalances right, or at least acknowledge them, and build in mini practices that allow us to create stability and possibly bring back balance. Okay, if you can only go to here, that's absolutely fine. Just work with what you can. Okay, we're going to rest, and then from here, I'm going to shuffle myself back because we're going to roll all the way over onto our side, and we're going to come up. Okay, we're almost there. What I'd like you to do is just give yourself a little shoulder stretch. So again, if you've got your cushion or a pillow, you could pop your knees on there. My cushion is round, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my mat over, and I'm going to create cushioning for my knees. And from here, I'm just going to put my hands on the side of my bed, my chair, my sofa, and I'm going to stretch out through my back, through my shoulders, and breathe. The point here is that your head gets below your arms. Okay, so we're opening up through our shoulders. And then from here, I'm going to take my right hand to the centre of the chair. I'm going to bring my left hand to my left shoulder. I'm going to take a rotation, increase the arm, and then feed it through. So feel that stretch, twist. Okay, one more time. Inhale and exhale, just adding in some thoracic rotation. Back to centre. Now take the left hand. Right hand comes to the right shoulder. We're going to open up through our chest. Inhale. Exhale, feed it through. Inhale. Exhale, feed it through. And back to centre. One final stretch before you rest for the end of the day. I'm just going to let that flip open. And I'm going to come down onto my belly. This is going to be one of my go-to stretches for life. Okay, so I'm going to come down on my front, and from here I'm just going to reach back. I'm going to take my sock, the bottom of my legging, maybe my pyjama bottoms, if I can't reach my foot. So just grab what's available to you, relax your head on the mat, squeeze your bottom and press your hips into the mat. And release, and let's do the other side. So I'm going to turn my head the other way. Squeeze. And release. And then coming up and back. Allow the head to relax on the mat. So, a small practice that you can actually do any time, but I'd really like you to do this as a real kind of wind down and just get in tune with the way that your body moves, the way that your body breathes when it moves. Notice imbalances, and rather than chastising yourself for your imbalances, think about all the different movement patterns that you put your body through throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year, throughout your life, and think about how amazing your body is, that it's been able to try and balance itself out, but maybe it just needs a little bit of a helping hand. And by doing these practices, you are putting back into yourself to create stability, to create strength, to create balance, and a sense of calm and a sense of self-love. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Take care, and I shall see you in your next practice. Well done.